Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy, Love and Light. I wanted to give everyone a piece of advice. You know how they're saying that we should be grounded and that we should step onto Mother Earth and that we should look toward the energies and harness them in order to help us heal, whether it be physically, mentally, emotionally? Well, we could do this. We can add to this and enhance it by using copper pipe. In the beginning of time, before, it was discovered that copper holds energy and resonance and has properties of benefit to both us as humans and to the earth, it was quietly, silently removed, except not everywhere. Not in my house, anyway. I have two different types of pipe in my house. I have copper pipe for water intake, and I have plastic PVC for water, um, ex, like to remove. To remove. So the water that's coming into this house is being energized by the copper that it's traveling through before it gets to my sink. And then I have stainless steel on my sink. My faucets and stuff are stainless steel. They're still the old way of doing things. I kept everything because I knew that there was value. I knew that there was a purpose. I just didn't know what it was at the time. But a piece of me remembered always that there were different things that we could use in order to help us when we heal, when we ground, when we become more balanced and harmonized, and to stay in that state, to actually be comforted within the skin that we live, more so than irritated through infection or, disease or trauma, whatever, these parasites are playing havoc upon our insides with, for, and by. But what I do know is that all we need comes from the earth. So oil of oregano and black seed oil will kill every bad thing that's inside of your body. Every. You may have to eat it for a month to get the decades of waste. And even recently, the bombardment of particulates within everything that is for us to consume, whether it be through our mouth, through our lungs, right? Or through our pores. And that's dampening our vibration down even that much more, disconnecting us from, or at least attempting to disconnect us from the higher frequencies of evolution and evolving, without once considering that regardless of what the outside conditions look, we still hold the ability to choose what type of energy we want to be in. And even if we're being saturated with toxins and pollutants, we still have the ability to use our free mind and pivot our mindset in order to encompass the better parts of life and understand that things that are out of our control, we don't give any energy to, we don't give any life to. We just understand that some things we can't fix by ourselves, that we need, the Creator to step in and relieve us of this burden. But when the Creator sees that we've understood the lesson, that we've put it down, that we forgiven ourselves for even being in this position, then it makes it that much easier for the Creator to come and relieve you of that burden because you learn the lesson. And that also revolves around your how you handle your health and your stamina. Now, everybody talks about copper pipes, copper jewelry, copper this, copper that, but they never once said what the connect was between the copper and your body. So your body responds in a positive manner when copper is introduced. As a matter of fact, we've been depleted of copper probably our entire lives, which offers more of the ability for that disconnect to solidify. If we don't know that we can use our pure intent and our words and frame them with our body, mind, and soul in order to give them the most power so that they would be able to work with us for our benefit and not against us for our hindrance. Now, when you look at a copper pipe, you could take that same copper plumbing pipe and you can put it in the ground like 2 inches, and now you've got a copper rod that is harnessing and carrying the energy from the ground through that rod. And if there's no connector to harness it to something that you could use, whether you're using adapter kits to make electricity, through copper and silver, or the two alloys, when they come together, you get electricity. And it's stable electricity. It isn't unstable. It's not like volatile. It's not going to just blow up on you. It's actually very, very safe. Then I was also reminded that the copper benefits the ground too. So not only does it help the ground restore, but it also helps you restore. And you could go to any local hardware store, plumbing store, and you can get bare copper coil spools. And all that is like 99.9% copper. And you take those spools to whatever length that you want, and depending upon what grade you get, like what gauge, this says how pliable or flexible the material is, and you can braid it and make yourself a belt, a necklace, a bracelet, an anklet. You could attach this gold copper around your leg if you want. But the main fact remains that you will receive healing benefits, because in the days of old, when they were using linen sheets, which also has like 5,000, HZs to it, right? To heal the body. So there's the copper that grounds you, the linen with the silver that calms you, and when we use them together, we have a cocktail of healing benefits. And then when we add nature's herbs and medicinal value to our temple, then we are combating, annihilating, and reconfiguring our whole body from the inside out, from the outside in. And that's going to raise your vibration. That's also going to open up your, it's going to open up different roadways within your vessel that have been shut off for a while because there wasn't enough nutrient in order to provide the enhancement that they need in order to function properly. But I already started. I have a pure copper coin, and I put it in my water so that my water could infuse with the copper, and it could give me more benefits by drinking copper-infused water. And I plan on getting the braided bare copper wire and making myself jewelry that will aid in my recovery and speed up what's been taking so long to come to an end into a more rapid rate. I always thought that, if you were suffering for so long, that you needed to heal for so long in order to contradict the suffering that your body was going through. But that again is a lie. That again isn't true. Because you could be suffering from something for, like me, over 10 years and not know that you had the power in order to fix it, and then figure it out, and within 3 years not only reverse the damage, get your body back, reverse the damage and the parasites that may have been in your brain like they were in mine, right? But